All right, good evening. Thank you so much for your patience. Welcome to Yin. Thank you for joining. We are going to work on our hips and shoulders, of course, and we'll be on our tummies for a little bit tonight. So just to kind of give you a heads up of where we're going and what to expect. As always, this practice is about you. So if something doesn't feel good for you, if we're there too long, not there long enough, please feel free to modify and do whatever your body is asking for at that time, because really it's just about what your body wants. When we walk through the door, we leave our egos outside. So if your body is telling you to back off, please do. Don't feel the need to push if your body's not asking for that today. So we're gonna get started on our tummies. So we're gonna get started in like a belly Shavasana, also known as Makrasana or Crocodile Pose. You can take your blanket or your bolster with you. So if you tend to have a lot of soreness or stiffness in the low back, taking your blanket or your bolster right at the pelvis, what that does is it just kind of elevates and it takes a little bit of pressure off of the low back. So that might feel good for you. And of course, you have a moment or two to figure out what feels best in your body. Right, and once you're there, you know, shimmying a little right to left. There you go. There you go. Get the girls settled in. And then you can cross at the forearms or maybe just at the hands. Forehead rests, helping to keep the spine in alignment. Beautiful. And eventually finding rest, finding stillness. And even though the tummy and chest are slightly constricted here, still making space to take a deep breath in through your nose. Slow, easy exhale out through the nose. Deep breath in. Easy breath out. Yeah, noticing with each inhale, the backside of your body finding space. And with each exhale, noticing your body grow heavier and sinking deeper into your mat. Maybe noticing with each inhale, all of the thoughts in your head kind of gathering together like a balloon. And with each exhale, you let the string go, let the thoughts go. We focus on the breath and the body to keep you right here in this present moment. Take a full body breath in. The inhale reaches all the way to the toes. Exhale out. Beautiful job. You bring your forehead to the mat. Hands come gently underneath the shoulders, and you bring yourself into tabletop, but just briefly to move that prop to the right or to the left. And then you slowly lower yourself back onto your tummy. And taking your left arm out to a T, bringing the right hand underneath the right shoulder, and then gently pressing the body open to the right side, rolling open on that left shoulder. Right here, the right leg stacks on top of the left. Shoulder can be rested, left ear can be rested to the mat, can be rested to a block, can even be rested to your bolster. Beautiful work. Maybe that right foot comes behind the left knee. If you're looking for a little bit more of a stretch, maybe that right hand reaches back to clasp the left arm. Gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, fill your body with breath. Slowly exhale out, settle in. Deep inhales in through the nose. Slow, controlled exhales out through the nose. Take a deep breath in, fill your entire body. Exhale out. We re-lengthen the legs. Right hand comes back in front and we roll gently back to the tummy. Stay here just briefly, maybe forehead to mat, maybe chin to mat. Both arms take a T. Perfect. Left hand comes next rib cage underneath the shoulder. We press open, rolling onto the right shoulder. Yeah, left leg stacks on top of right. Yeah, a couple options for that left foot. Can come in front of the right knee or behind. or it can stay stacked on top of the right leg. Beautiful. We find our edge with that left hand, maybe keeping it just in front of the body, maybe finding the bind as it reaches to clasp for the right hand. And once you've found a bit of comfort, we slowly ease the body into stillness and return to the breath. Full inhales in through the nose. Easy exhales out through the nose. And each time you exhale, feel a little bit of you soften. Maybe the thighs, maybe the glutes, maybe the shoulders. Relaxing through the jaw and the eyes. Deep breath in all the way to the toes. Exhale out, let it go. Left hand comes back in front, gently rolling back onto your tummy. Finding that crocodile pose or Makrasana, hands crossed, forearms crossed, and head rests. Beautiful. We bend at the knees. And then pressing your pelvis into the mat. Just finding a gentle rock right, left of the legs. Beautiful job. We find stillness. Tops of feet lower back to your mat. Lifting the head and chest, we start to bring the forearms so that the elbows are in line with the rib cage. Yeah. Hands are spread wide as the palms press into your mat. Beautiful job. And as those palms press, you kind of start to find a motion of pulling back at your mat, right? And as you pull back, you reach the chest forward, open the shoulders. Tops of feet press actively into the mat. Beautiful job. Sphinx Pose. Right, it always gets a little weird, kind of noticing your tailbone, right? And we really want to find length through the spine. So maybe reaching your pelvis closer to the mat, right? Bringing your tailbone closer to your heels. Creates a little bit of space, so maybe the chest can lift a little bit higher. Keep breathing. We're here for just a few more seconds, gently taking a glance over the right shoulder, nice and slowly. Take 2 deep breaths here, nice and full. When you're ready, returning the head back center. 2 breaths here. A gentle glance over the left shoulder. Keep breathing, we're almost there, you got this. 2 breaths. Yeah, we bring that head back center. And even if you want to flop down to the ground, we go slowly relaxing the chest. We find that cross at the hands, forehead rests. We breathe here. Beautiful. We find our way back into our Sphinx pose one more time. Forearms to the mat, hands spread wide, elbows just in line with the rib cage. Beautiful. Tops of feet press into the mat. And as you pull back on the mat with your hands energetically, lift the chest, chest reaches forward, pelvis presses into the mat. Maybe the tops of feet are so active that the knees lift. Keep the neck long, maybe even shifting the gaze more between the hands than out in front. Beautiful job. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We slowly lower, cross the arms. We move right away into half dog. So starting to reach the left knee up towards the left elbow, 90-degree bend in that left knee. Left foot is flexed. Noticing the pelvis, right? Even though that left knee is kind of hiked up, still working to keep the front of the pelvis to the mat. We return back to the calmness of the breath. Slowly inhaling through the nose and evenly exhaling out through the nose. As you take a deep inhale and breathe to yourself, I deserve everything that is good. And exhale out. One more big breath in, thinking to yourself, I deserve everything that is good. And exhale out self-doubt. One more time. Inhale in, I deserve everything that is good. And we exhale out self-doubt. Left leg starts to reach back to come in line with the right. If you have space in front of you, reach the arms out long. Reach through the toes as you inhale. Good morning stretch. Maybe even lifting the chest and the feet for Locust Pose. Beautiful job. When you're ready, we exhale out self-doubt and let it go. Relax it down. Right knee reaches towards the right elbow. 90-degree bend in the knee. Right foot is flexed. Perfect. Pelvis comes back in line with the mat. As you inhale in, I deserve everything that is good. And as you exhale out, let go of self-doubt. Deep breath in. Complete breath out. Right foot reaches to meet the left. The hands come next to the rib cage. You find your way into tabletop. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to take another shoulder, the opposite shoulder pigeon, I should say. So maybe if you would like your block or blanket to rest your head upon, you can grab that and place that at the top of your mat. Otherwise, we inhale, we reach high with the right hand. And as you exhale, sweep it through, right arm between left. Right ear lowers. Before we settle in, just another option. You can keep those tabletop legs, or if you would like, you can bring big toes to touch. Sit your hips back towards your heels, taking a child's pose here. Yeah, and as you're here with the shoulder pigeon, if you feel like you're dipping into your head and neck, You can press that left hand into the mat. There you go. And that kind of just takes the pressure off of the head and neck. We find rest and stillness here. Even though we are tightly squeezed, still making space for full breaths in and full breaths out. Bringing that left palm flush to your mat. Pressing and inhaling, lifting that right arm high. And maybe rolling your wrist. And then at your pace, go ahead and relax the right hand down. We take that the opposite side. Inhale, left arm high. And as you exhale, we sweep it through. Left ear, left shoulder. Child pose, legs with the knees out. Turn back to your breath. Right hand comes back underneath the shoulder. You inhale to press yourself open. Left arm high, we roll that left wrist. Your pace, releasing left hand to the mat. And then walking, maybe bringing the knees back into kind of tabletop legs, and then walking the hands back. And you can come into a kneeling position like for camel, or you can fit the hips to the heels. Just taking a little break here, maybe rolling your wrists, right? Maybe rolling the shoulders back. Just kind of taking notice of what might feel tighter or looser now. Beautiful. And now we make our way a little bit deeper into the hips and shoulders as we find ourselves in pigeon pose. So knowing that you can take classic pigeon here, or if pigeon supine on your back feels better, you can move to your back. So no fancy way to get there. From tabletop, just bringing your right knee towards your right wrist. You might have to lift that left knee to sweep that right foot forward. Perfection, right? And that right leg does not have to be parallel to the top of your mat. Wherever that leg lands, it's beautiful. Perfect. You walk the left leg out long behind. Walking the hands back towards your body, lifting the chest high, right? So we find some openness in the chest here first. And then as you exhale, we fold. Now you can rest your head on a block, your blanket, double stacked fists. Looking for a little bit greater depth of stretch, you can bring this left arm through like for our shoulder pigeon. And you could actually bring your right arm back behind to bind. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We settle in. We focus on the breath here. As you breathe, just envisioning, imagining that breath is going into that right hip, finding space, releasing tension as you exhale. Noticing your eyes. If you're squeezing them shut, can you relax them? Noticing the jaw. If you're clenching, can you soften? We gently lift the head and chest and bring the hands back to the mat. Now, this next place that we're going is completely optional, but we bend that left knee. Right hand presses into the mat. Maybe you can reach back to clasp that left foot. Right, and if not, you can just energetically bring that left heel towards the left sit bone. Beautiful, beautiful. Give me 5 rounds of deep breath here. Reaching the chest back forward if possible. Gently close the eyes. You got this. About 3 more rounds of breath. Your next exhale gently releases left foot. You make your way into tabletop. Walk the hands back. We find ourselves in a kneeling position. Yeah, maybe a little roll of the hips, a little rock right to left, maybe a roll. Beautiful job. We're almost there. We find ourselves back in tabletop. Left knee is reaching towards left wrist. We sweep that left foot around. Walk that right leg back and behind. Beautiful. As you inhale, we sit tall through the chest, crown of the head reaching, shoulders back, find space. And as you exhale, you find that forward fold. Again, if you're looking for added stretch, especially in those shoulders, you can take that right arm as in shoulder pigeon. Left hand can come back behind in a bind. Finding an inhale, lift the head and chest. The hands come back to the mat. As we take that quad stretch on the opposite side, bending the right knee. We reach back with the right hand, right? And if it's not accessible, just finding that energetic reach of the right heel towards the low back. That works as well. You got it. 4 more full, complete breaths here. Right, this is definitely the work for mermaid pose if you have a home practice or are interested in that posture. Next exhale, releases right foot. And however you see fit, you make your way seated. You've got a few breaths to take any movements that might feel good for you. Beautiful job. Here we make our way into something a bit more restful as we find supported fish or heart bed. So you can use your bolster, but I think these bolsters are too fat. So you'll take one block at its highest height, kind of at the back of your mat. And then you'll take your second block. I don't know if I called that a block before. And it's at its lowest height. And it's, maybe a foot away. And if you have a bolster, your bolster would rest just like this, right? Yeah, perfect. You know right where we're going, Maria. And if you're choosing not to use the bolster, it gets a little more interesting. This block that's at its lowest height kind of comes right underneath the rib cage in the center of the back. This block here at its highest height rests right at the base of the skull. Now, before you settle in, this is where you get to kind of listen to what your body would like here. Maybe that block that's at the base of the skull can come down to the medium height. Yeah, we let those arms hang open. Now we make our way to the legs, right? So they can be in half Shavasana, so knees bent towards the ceiling. Legs can be in butterfly pose, so bottoms of the feet touch, knees out wide. Yeah. And if you're feeling good and safe, you can gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, fill your entire body with breath. Exhale out, let it all go. Deep breath in, exhale out. If you're in butterfly pose, gently taking your hands to the outsides of the knees, and gently drawing the knees together. Beautiful. And from here, choosing to stay here for Shavasana, or maybe rolling to your right side or left and moving your props right or left. Letting the body take up as much space as it needs. You are certainly safe and supported here in this moment. Let the eyes gently close. I choose rest and peace in this moment. I choose rest and peace in this moment. I will awaken you when it is time. Take a deep breath in, complete breath out. Gentle rock of the head, right to left. Bring in the fingertips and toes, maybe even the ankles and the wrists. Your pace, taking a fetal position on the right side for an evening more calm, and a fetal position on the left side for a little more energy. Your pace, your way, hands press into the mat. You find yourself seated, eyes closed, facing the front of the room. Any seated posture is perfect. We bring hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, thumbs to the chest lifts. Taking an exhale, hinge at the hips and bow with gratitude to your practice. Inhaling in, I deserve all that is good. And exhaling out, self-doubt. Breathe in, I deserve all that is good. And exhale out, self-doubt. Next inhale brings you back seated, eyes stay closed. As always, the deepest expression of gratitude to all of you for joining me here tonight. It is much, much appreciated. Namaste. Thank you.
Namaste. Thank you.
Yes, Ms. Connie. Thank you. Yay.